Hi, it's been really long since I took the last video. I know that. The reason why it has taken so long is because, I was extremely consistent with my videos. I was making sure that I do release my videos regularly back then, every month with 2 videos and all those. I worked on the scripts, I worked on the keywords, I worked on the title, I worked on the thumbnail. I was researching so much to make sure that I get maximum number of the subscribers, the viewers, and I've got this amazing family who was continuously supporting me, trying to share those videos, trying to make it reach the audience, supporting me. They have been a huge motivational factor. But what happened was, it wasn't fun anymore. To be honest, it wasn't fun at all. Because the content that I was creating, I did research a lot, and researching all those increased my knowledge a lot, and I was able to know my body language better, and I was able to have a whole new experience, because it's really not easy looking into a camera and speaking this way. I remember that it was extremely awkward. It was hard. I remember getting scolded by my younger sister for doing that. The awkwardness. I had to take so many videos, so many cuts, so many mixing and fixing, and it was getting annoying, stressful, and more than a passion, it started becoming a pain. So I kept postponing. I was like, let's do it the next month, let's do it the month after that. I postponed it so many times, and I didn't know that I had a few regular viewers. Some of you did ask me like what happened to the videos, and I kept saying things like, now I have joined a work and I don't have time anymore. I'm not able to make content anymore. But to be honest, I was just not passionate anymore. I know that's an annoying background sound, but even using that, I should avoid that constraint and go somewhere. That and all feels extremely pain. So it was hard to start again, to be honest, because again I had a lot of anxieties going on in the back of my head. Like, when I post this video, all my previous videos will come back, and that was done well, to be honest. I really appreciate my past version to be able to put so much content into it and all that. But then I was embarrassed for some reason, and I was also worried about my language. Like, I do not have the typical British or American accent. I just have a Indian English kind of language accent, and I have a lot of rota and all those things happening while I speak. And I've got many friends who are not Indians, so will they be able to understand? And all those anxiety was happening in my head. I was also again being like, should I put myself out there? Won't it be embarrassing? I had a lot of questions on my head, and so many anxieties and so many things happening within. But then the reason why I decided to begin again, I would like to appreciate one thing is my old self to be able to create this YouTube channel, because I didn't want it to completely die off, make it non-existent. That's one. Second is, I'm not sure if you can relate, but when you are nearing certain, when you're nearing an age, that is, when you complete a decade, let's say when you're nearing 20s, when you're nearing 30s, I don't know about 40s, I haven't reached that yet, but then when you're reaching these places, you tend to get this strange panic or anxiety, things like, have I done everything that was supposed to be done? Did I do what everybody had to do in their 20s? Did I miss anything out? I'm growing old. Am I growing old? Is this age old? How did other people deal with it? I'm losing hair. I'm getting white hair, and I'm no longer in the pretty age. Or am I in the pretty age? My health isn't that great as it was in my 20s. So is it because I was careless? Is it because I was careful? Was I supposed to do things differently? Are people around me moving ahead faster? Am I missing out? Is there a checklist? What is happening? I've got so many thoughts I won't say I have got them all, though there are times when I still have those thoughts. But let's be very honest, I had all these thoughts. I was having this, mini panic attack at some point. I decided that I need to do something about it. To be honest, I had to do something about it because this is not how you deal with the situation anymore. So I would appreciate, let's say, my mom for giving me this, she kept saying that, Varsha, you should make more videos. You used to make good videos. My family has been a huge support. They also used to say that, Varsha, you make videos. Why don't you restart it again? Why has it completely disappeared? And these days, I have become a full-fledged college soft skills trainer. I'm not sure whether I'm a great trainer or I'm just average trainer, or my students consider me to be a pain. But then, there had been this one student who showed my previous YouTube kind of scenes in a classroom. I was embarrassed. I was extremely embarrassed. But then it was a knock that I needed. I really thought that, okay, why did I let that channel die? So since then it has got me thinking. If that boy is watching this video, thank you so much, by the way. And I've got myself thinking. I thought I'll restart my videos, but I'm no longer going to be obsessed over the script, the keywords, the title, the views, the likes, the comments, and all those things. I want to be able to make content. And I hope that through my videos you guys can relate a lot. I help you guys. I can be the voice that some of you want to be able to hear. Someone who lets you know that things are okay, everything is all sorted, you're not gone crazy. But through these videos, I also want to be able to be there for myself. I want to understand myself better. I want to be able to understand my emotions better. I want to grow as a person, and I want to create content that I feel like, watching. So I decided to create these videos from now on. I got a bit distracted, to be honest. I'm going to be very honest. I got a bit distracted because this time I'm not focused on creating scripts. I'm not focused on a template. I'm not focused on going on a flow. Yeah, where was I? Yeah. So this time I am not planning to create a script, a template, a flow, something that is there in the back of my head, which forces me to make sure that remember, like I have to speak this first and then next first and next first. No. What I thought was I will be a part of the journey, I get to watch my journey, you get to watch my journey. We together, through these videos, we together can understand different things, learn things, grow things. I'll be talking about things that I learned. I'll be talking about my experiences. I will be talking about the way in which I made mistakes. I'll be talking about the way in which I was able to realize that I'm good at things. And as I discuss all these things, I hope that, you're even you feel like, oh yeah, that's true. I did that. I am pretty good at that. I could have done that. And all those aspects. So I'm going to focus purely on this so-called thumbnail or the title of this video that I decided to make. That is my emotional intelligence. And one of the major aspects of emotional intelligence is understanding myself, understanding my emotions, understanding my values, understanding one's own values. I'm going to say one's own values because I'm planning to make this a journey where if you want to join me, you can join me, and it's going to be about us and not just me. So understanding our values, understanding our internal motivation or external motivation, why we behave in certain ways, why certain things are happening. I won't be talking a lot about the theories and the theoretical aspects, but I'm going to talk about life and experiences, and I'm going to discuss things in that way. And through this, I hope that I create content that I feel like going back and watching, and it's not forced. I'm not going to focus on forced videos anymore. It's not, It will not be focused mostly on creating a huge number of subscribers and all that. It's purely going to be just me creating content that will help me, selfish, and that will help others who are going through a similar situation, I guess. So, and I think the only if you understand who you are, you will be able to understand others. This is something that, one day while I was taking a class, this is something that I said, which I found as pretty inspiring. It somehow came while I was taking the class, and I thought I'll share that with you guys as well, which is, if you do not know who you are, someone else will tell you who you are. They will give you your identity. For example, if I don't know that I am a certain person or I am a certain personality, then someone else will tell me that that is my personality, and because I'm not sure, what that someone else tells me ends up becoming what I am. I'll start absorbing what other people say. I'll be so dependent on others to create my identity that I'll lose myself, and forever and ever I'll go through this inferiority complex. And when you're going through this inferiority complex where you yourself are sinking, I don't think you can help other people who are sinking, I don't think you can help other people who are sinking. I don't think you can be a good listener. I don't think you can be a good friend. I don't think you can be anything good when you haven't even been a listener to yourself. So what do you expect? Do you expect to be a better listener for others? So yeah, that is why this particular channel is being started again. I'm not sure what I'm planning with this channel. It's not focused on focused purely on making sure that I get the best subscribers, best viewers, and all those things. This is just a place where I get to discuss things, where I get to create videos, where I feel like creating videos that I would like to watch, and I hope you guys would also like to watch, because from now on I'm going to speak, I'm going to share things, and I hope you guys like it. So thank you, and hopefully I will get more motivation to create more videos soon, and you will be seeing more videos. By the way, have I grown old from my last video? I was much younger when I created that video. Have I grown? I don't care. Bye-bye.